Hi guys, it's William. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly delete things in Blender. This is a video that I think especially I need to record this in this series of a grease pencil tutorial. Is that because when you are doing the grease pencil like art, like or animation, and you look at here, okay, let's look at scene. Or maybe it will be some layers, something like that. I think its default will be view layers. That you will see that we got a cube and we got a stroke. Even though I got a really messy drawing, we got cat, we got William jumping, we got some text, and all that is just one stroke. Okay, so this is just my previous example. I just like play around with this, and as long as you change that to object mode, or you can use the shortcut Control and Tab, okay, and you can switch from object mode, edit mode, or draw mode. So if you switch from draw mode to object mode, and you select any of the cat or the drawing or text, you will notice that it is just one object, one collection of data, as I mentioned before. So basically you can just treat this as any object. You can just grab it and move it x-axis and say y-axis and z-axis, something like that. And of course you can rotate it z-axis, something like that, because you know, just a collection of data. Whether you draw a separate cat or you draw another line that's really far away, it will just be treated as one basic data collection. And it's a kind of like when you add a new object but in edit mode in Blender. So they will be cluttered together, like one, be treated as one object. Okay, and then here comes to a problem that you might encounter if you don't do this, at least frequently do this, because all that will be treated as one stroke, so just one object that have a specific data that's attached to this object. So if you look at here, we got stroke, right? If you see inside, we got animation. So animation, we can treat it as sort of a series of data, and we got two, which will be stroke. So the stroke, even though we got a weird icon that we haven't seen that before, but if you look at the cube, it's like this icon, but in the stroke we got a different icon. But still, if you hover over it, you will notice it's not hover, it's a click it, and you will notice that it will automatically choose this one. Still, is object data property, and it's kind of data, so it's just different icon. And if you choose the circle, click the circle, it should also appear here. It's the data, okay. And in this normal, like the object data, we got vertex group and shape key. But if you click stroke, we got like a different sort of context. So we got a different sort of data. We got a layer inside. We got lines and fields, something like that. We can add that data later, and we can edit that data. But right now, you just need to know that all this line that just like connect to one container of data. And if you delete this, just like when you delete a certain object, but if you are in Blender, like the normal modeling layout modes, and you're not dealing with stroke, you might not encounter that, because every object like is mainly separated. Okay, you won't be able to just like make a huge one object and combine all that together. We seldom do that. But if you are using grease pencil, it's very likely that you are treating the whole really complex drawing or painting or animation, like a one frame of the animation, as one stroke. So if you click here and you say, hey, I don't want this, so I just delete it, all right? And then you delete that by using X. It seems that you already delete that. So this is an old habit of me, because I use Blender normally, like using the normal modeling rather than just grease pencil, because I encountered grease pencil just like a few months ago. So I will bring the habit to the grease pencil, but still you have to know that even though you delete that, it's still there. Okay, let me show you. If you hover your mouse over here, you can see we got some display mode, and you scroll down, you got like a heartbroken thing. It's a broken heart. It's called orphan data. Okay, and if you hover long enough, you will see display data blocks which are unused and or will be lost when the file is reloaded. Okay, so basically, if you delete that, the data is still there. It's just like unconnected, so it's the orphan data. It's no specific objects claiming that data. So data is still there, and if you just close this whole file and the file is reloaded, the data will be lost. But if you continue to do that in this specific project, you're not going to like close it and open that and reload that constantly. You're going to manually delete this. Okay, so if you don't do that, there will be a problem. So if you just check that, switch that mode, you can see we got the grease pencil data, we got brushes, we got actions. Okay, and all that can be deleted, and you can just go to where are we? We need to go to the it's inside the file. Click it, and we got a clean up option, and you can see we got a clean unused data blocks, unused link data blocks, and unused local data blocks. We got a lot of options, and since the data that we need to clean is orphan data, okay, if you hover over this, it's unused. And essentially just say that display data blocks which are unused. So what you're going to do is to clean up the data blocks that is unused. So self-explanatory, okay? So if you click here and you purging 4 unused data blocks, 1 action, 1 grease pencil, and 2 nodes groups, okay? So if you click here, you'll automatically delete that. Okay, and then you can go back to your view layers, and you can rest assured because this data block has been cleaned. So you can continue to say create new like drawing, and no problem will happen. You don't need to like close Blender and say open that again, and sometimes problem magically solved. I sometimes just use this like close and opening. I don't know why, and that's the reason why, and that's what I learned recently. So I have to share with you. So hopefully this video can save you guys a little bit of time. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you think my video is helpful, do please give me a thumb up. And the best way to support this channel is to join the Patreon and subscribe. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and see you next video.